You want to go to jail, right? Do you want to go to jail?
Lay down right here. Do it. Do it. Come on, sweetie. Do it.
But Donald Trump is begging, daring the Trump to put him in, the judge to put Trump in jail. Donald Trump saying he's going to be a modern day Nelson Mandela. Do it. I'll run for president from jail. I'll do it. Make me a martyr. Now, some of the more interesting commentators have been sounding off on this. One of our favorites is Mark Levin. Mark Levin is impeccable on these legal issues, and he has a absolute fire take here. Let's make this our based bomb, please. This shall be our based bomb for the day. Take it away, Mark Levin.
So he's the lead prosecutor there as a hitman. And by the way, this judge in the case, in the Alvin Bragg case, is a disgrace. He is a rogue, out of control Democrat hack with a black robe. He's making statements that are outrageous. He has an unconstitutional gag order to protect his daughter and other people, not from violence, but being exposed. Donald Trump has a First Amendment constitutional right to speak as a citizen, and even more so as he's running for president as a former president, and everybody else is speaking against him. Everybody else is making allegations. But this judge, whose daughter has raised over $90 million on the case that he is overseeing, monies that have been raised for Adam Schiff and Chuck Schumer's Political Action Committee, he doesn't see any conflict of interest. He's donated to Democrats in the past. These judges in New York, what a disgrace. You got to be nuts to stay in New York if you can get the hell out of there. And so this judge now makes a comment about he's handling a federal insurrection case. This judge is not only a political hack, he's dumb as a doorknob.
Thank you, Mark Levin, for that extra fire. Have we invited Mark Levin on the show? We should totally invite Mark Levin on the show. We must. We must do it. We have like various programs, networks that pitch their personalities all the time. Let's crack open that can of whoop ass. I really like Mark Levin. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't like some of the weepy libs on MSNBC. They are so funny to me. One of them is called Michael Beschloss. Michael Beschloss this is what's important about him. He is this super harebrained historian, and apparently he has Joe Biden's ear and is able to like whisper in Joe Biden's ear how to be the next FDR. Like, this guy's famous for being like the Biden whisperer. So he goes in and he like fills Joe Biden's whatever's left of Joe Biden's brainstem with these illusions that Joe Biden's this historic figure. So some of the more like cringy and embarrassing, hyperbolic things you've seen Joe Biden do, a lot of this stuff comes from this guy, Michael Beschloss. And he's invited in the Oval all the time to drip honey effectively into the ears of Joe Biden. It's really grotesque. It's really gross. But this guy was on TV. Anytime he's on TV, he has these meltdowns, right? To show you sort of the tenor and the timbre of this man. He's always having these shaking meltdowns about the threat of Donald Trump to democracy. And it's so interesting to watch because it shows you what it looks like when Trump's finally broke you. When Trump finally breaks you, okay? Not Trump looking up at the eclipse. Can we put the photo back up? Trump looking up at the eclipse. This should bring you joy. You should laugh at this. It's empirically funny. It's funny. Carve it into Mount Rushmore. I love it. Get it. Get the tattoo. Carve it into Mount Rushmore. This is laugh your ass off funny. This photo. It's hilarious. Donald Trump looking straight into the eclipse, pointing at it. I'm gonna beat you, son. I'm gonna beat the sun in a staring contest. It's incredible. But if you look at this and you weep and you rend your garments and you cry and you drink your soy latte through a rubber straw, all right, and you do your best to remove your pocket catheter non-painfully and weep tears, giant crocodile salty tears, you're a loser. If it doesn't bring you happiness and joy, like, you're a loser. You've been broken by Donald Trump. You have full-blown TDS, and this Beschloss guy has it, okay? So here's our Salt That Live for the day. Please ladies and gentlemen, spare no salt for this man, or spare great salt for this man. Salt with great vigor. This is our salty lib of the day.
Yeah, and we all know, all four of us know that term servant leadership. Yep. The president is supposed to be a servant leader, serving us. You hear about Trump saying he's going to be a dictator for a day, which is not going to be for a day if it happens. No. Could be for the rest of our lifetimes and our children's and more. But if that happens, that's totally against American history. The highest rank in the United States is not president, it is citizen, as Harry Truman said. Mm-hmm. And I would just say one thing. Remember, in the United States, we do not work for a president works for us.
You always got to respect the level of broke brain screeching and seething. So Donald Trump will be the dictator. Donald Trump, not Joe Biden, not the guy who's welcomed illegally 10 million criminal aliens into the country. That's not dictatorial. The guy who's censoring free speech on the internet. That's not dictatorial. The guy who's starting multiple wars around the world. That's not dictatorial. The guy who's stealing and robbing from all of our hard work through out of control inflation and interest rates. That's not dictatorial. The man who wants to put his political opponents in jail. That's not dictatorial. The man who is working. Remember, the Pentagon and the State Department went down to oversee the Brazilian elections. What does that mean exactly? Yeah. What does that mean exactly? The man who's working with foreign countries to lock up his political adversaries, like Elon Musk. That's what they're doing. They're the Democrat Party and the totally and completely controlled by Marxist American government are working with foreign nations to lock up people that politically disagree with them, like Elon Musk. To the detriment, by the way, of our military capacities, because Elon Musk runs all the companies that control lower space to make life multiplanetary. Elon Musk works with the American military hand in glove to keep our country safe, and they want to put him in jail because they disagree with him politically. That guy is not the dictator. That guy is not the dictator. The guy who, when asked if Donald Trump's going to run again, Joe Biden literally said, we must, what did he say? We must prove that he'll never take office again. It's remarkable. That guy's not the dictator. Remember, it's Donald Trump because we don't like his posts on X.